My interactive read aloud is the Pout Pout Fish. It's for kindergarten, and my standards are to actively engage in group reading activities with purpose and understanding. The main one that I'm going to assess, though, is with prompting and support, identify character, settings, and major events in the story. I included an I can statement for my objective. It says, I can identify the major events in the story. Prior knowledge, kids are going to just examine the cover and the title of my story. I have it downloaded as an ebook on my Kindle, and I'd like to have it projected onto a screen in my classroom so that the kids can see it large in front of them. And we can examine the cover and the title as a group and decide what we think maybe the lesson from the story might be before we read it. We'll turn and talk about our ideas and then share them as a whole group. For the actual read aloud, I will have these little props, these little Pout Pout Fish props. Everyone will have one. And then we get to the refrain in the story. It's all designed in a poem, and it all rhymes. And there's one part that repeats over and over again that the Pout Pout Fish says. And when we get to that part, the kids are going to say that all together and hold the Pout Pout Fish in front of them, like as if they were the Pout Pout Fish. And we would practice and model that a few times before actually reading the story so that the kids would be successful at it. For my closure, I just revisit the what we did in the prior knowledge about talking about what the lesson and the main idea and the main events of the stories would be, deciding if we were right about what we predicted, and then discussing what actually happened. As we discussed those major events, I would make sure to list them on some kind of like a chart paper, somewhere visible and accessible to the students for during our assessment piece. And my assessment would simply be for kids to draw a picture of their favorite part of the story, the favorite main event of the story, and to at least write one sentence that describes the event. My differentiation there would be the basic students would have that list we created to reference as to what the major events were, and they'd have to write their one sentence to the best of their ability. My proficient kids could complete the assignment as described, and my above students could complete the assignment as described and add additional text to their picture to give me like a bigger summary of what happened in their main event. And that's it.